Good morning, students. This is Purnachandra Higher Secondary School, Baripada. I am your chemistry sir, Mr. Lakshminarayan Das, fondly LM sir. So, the chemistry class, which is in your class 11, that is class 11 or plus 2 first year. So, at first you have to know that what is chemistry. What is chemistry? It is the branch of science which deals with the study of any composition of matter and the atom, elements, etc. So the chemistry is the branch of, it is the branch of science. It is the branch of science which deals with the study of, which deals with the study of the matter or the composition of matter, composition of matter and any elements and any elements or atom that's or any elements or atom which are present in the world. Okay, now the branch of science which deals with the study of the composition of matter and any elements or atom which are present in the world, and also it is the branch or it is the chemical and physical changes or the properties. It also deals with the physical and chemical properties, physical and chemical properties of any matter that is also present. So that is the chemistry, which is branch of science. We know, or everybody has know that what is science. So branch of science deals with the study of composition of matter as well as the elements or atom and the physical and chemical changes involved in it. That's called chemistry. So chemistry are of different types. So now we can discuss, or we are going to discuss about the branch of chemistry. There are so many branches of chemistry. That's written as, at first, the branch of chemistry. Okay, so there are very important branch which is present in your class 11 or class 12. These are, number one is physical chemistry. Second, inorganic chemistry. Third, organic chemistry. Fourth, analytical chemistry. Fifth, industrial chemistry. Sixth, polymer chemistry. chemistry. Seventh, that is environmental chemistry. Environmental chemistry. Another one is biochemistry. Biochemistry. Like that, medicinal chemistry. And there are so many other are present also, but we can discuss, or we have to discuss in your class 11 and 12. There's a physical chemistry, inorganic chemistry, and organic chemistry, and also environmental chemistry, which is present in class 11. Okay, these are present in class 11, and the class 12 containing that's physical, inorganic, organic, as well as the polymer chemistry and the medicinal chemistry, biochemistry, and some analytical chemistry is also. So in your class 11 there will be only present the physical chemistry, inorganic chemistry, organic chemistry, and environmental chemistry. So what is physical chemistry? You have to know that the whole definition of these branches of chemistry and the scope of chemistry and the importance of chemistry. Why we can study chemistry? Okay? Physical chemistry means the chemistry which is deals with the study of any law. Physical chemistry. So one by one I can discuss with you. So physical chemistry, that is the branch of chemistry which deals with the study of the law of chemistry, the law of chemistry, and the physical measurement or properties. Physical measurement and as well as the properties, that is called physical chemistry. So in physical chemistry we can find the various law and the physical measurement. There is so many measurements are present, as well as the physical properties. Like that, second is inorganic chemistry. Inorganic chemistry. So what do you mean by inorganic chemistry? Inorganic chemistry means there is no present organic matter. Organic matter means that is the derived, or that is the compound which is present or which is derived from the living organisms, that is plants as well as animals, from the plants and animals. But inorganic chemistry is the opposite of organic chemistry. That means inorganic chemistry is the branch of chemistry which deals with the study of the periodic, or suppose it deals with the study of the matter which are present in the earth crust, which are present in the earth and are derived from non-living sources. that is rocks, soil and mineral etc. Mineral etc. So it is called inorganic chemistry. Inorganic chemistry means it is the branch of chemistry which deals with the study of the matter which are present in the earth and are derived from the non-living sources like rocks, soil and mineral etc. So it is called inorganic chemistry. Now we are going to discuss about the organic chemistry, which is very important in your daily life, that is in biochemistry, environmental chemistry, medicinal chemistry, polymer chemistry. Those are present, so those are containing organic chemistry. Third, organic chemistry. So, my dear students, you have to know that what is organic chemistry. At first, you have to know that what is organic. Organic means it is the branch of chemistry. Write down, it is the branch of chemistry which is deals with the study of any organic matter or deals with the study of deals with the study of the organic compound that is organic compound mainly present carbon and hydrogen and also it is the carbon derivative compound and it is the carbon derivative compound. So it is called organic chemistry. And the carbon derivative compound or the organic compounds. What do you mean by organic compounds? You have to know that what is organic compounds. Organic compound means the compound which is formed or which is derived from the living organisms, that is plants or animals. That is, organic compound means the compound which is derived from the living sources or living organisms, that is plants or animals. Okay, so there is a modern definition of organic chemistry, but before this definition we can also found the different types of definition which is given by the another scientists like Berzelius and Friedrich Haller etc. So we can discuss about the organic chemistry. So today's topic is the organic chemistry or the basic concept of organic chemistry. Now you are with us, the Purnachandra Higher Secondary School, which is the best college of our Mormons. So now we are going to discuss about the basic concept of organic chemistry. That is, basic concept of organic chemistry. Basic concept of organic chemistry. So At first you have to know that what is organic chemistry. Already I have told you that what is organic chemistry and what is the organic compound. So that will be the first chapter. So next, so suppose organic compound. At first you have to know that what is organic compound. So organic compound is the compound which is formed from the living organism, that is from plants and animal, and it contains mainly carbon and hydrogen. So it is known as hydrocarbon. It is known as hydrocarbon. So hydrocarbon means hydrogen and carbon. The compound which is mainly presents hydrogen and carbon, that is called hydrocarbon, which is an organic compound. So in case of hydrocarbon, there is presence only hydrogen and carbon. It is from the living sources. Okay, so now we can discuss about the history of organic chemistry. That's your first lecture, that is the history of organic chemistry. History of organic chemistry. So we have to discuss about the history of organic chemistry. At first, the scientist which is known as Berzelius, that is Berzelius, he gave the definition of organic chemistry, which is written as the organic chemistry is the chemistry which deals with the study of any source which is derived from living organisms. And according to the Berzelius, there will not present, or there will be the organic chemistry or organic compounds are only natural sources. According to the Berzelius, the organic compounds are only from the nature. But in accordance with the next scientist, that is Friedrich Haller, Friedrich Haller, in the year 1828, he gave a modern definition, or he gave a definition by which the Berzelius concept has to be held. Or Berzelius has told that the organic chemistry is the branch of chemistry which is present organic compounds which is coming from the nature. But according to the Friedrich Haller, in the year 1828, he explained very well that the organic chemistry or organic compound is also derived from the inorganic matter artificially. So in the year 1828, he discovered an organic compound, that is urea, from ammonium cyanide. Suppose ammonium cyanide, NH4NCN, that is ammonium cyanide, when it is heated, then it forms that is CNO, ammonium cyanide. So NH2CO, NH2, that is urea. It is urea and it is ammonium cyanide. So according to the Friedrich Haller, in the year 1828, he explained the modern definition of organic chemistry, that is the organic compound which is present carbon as well as hydrogen, it is also right. But when Berzelius has told that the only organic compounds are coming from, only organic compounds are formed by the nature, but it is failed that, or it is failed by Friedrich Haller, that is the organic compound is also formed by the synthetically or by the artificial. That is, in the laboratory he first time in the year 1828 heated ammonium cyanide to form urea, which is the first organic synthetic compound or first synthetic organic compound. It is the first synthesis or synthetic organic compound in the world. So these are the history of organic compounds. Next part we will discuss about the various organic compounds and different types of organic compounds and the importance of organic compound and organic chemistry. Okay, thank you. It is the first lecture of your class 11. So thank you. Purnachandra College is with you, so you can read it. Thank you.